lot of films that were slow moving, and it's my problem with this isn't necessarily that it's slow moving. It's just that it's fucking stupid as hell.
Well, yeah, I mean, and look, like I said, at best it's cliche. Like the movie, I guess, came out this year, but I swear it feels like it was made maybe 10 or 6 years ago.
Right.
I mean, the thing,
it happens. Hey, they shelve these motherfuckers, and and sometimes you could tell by looking at the cars and the scenes. I mean,
well, that's true. Well, the thing is, it's like the way Topher Grace, as his character is, he is not really given any personality at all. Like you could see, like, okay, Topher Grace is still doing the '70s show, and they go like, oh, here's something for a new kid to do.
Right.
But Topher Grace has done stuff since then, so his part should have been a lot meatier than it is.
Part of the problem is I can't buy Topher Grace in this type of
No,
role
exactly.
at all, because he is supposed to be really confident and really competent, really good at his job, super smart, very capable of physical activity and all that. Like, he can be a spy, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, no, that's Topher Grace. I'm not even just like pigeonholing him from that '70s show. I'm saying that actor is the wrong guy for this type of.
Are you telling me Agent Cody Banks is more?
That's what I'm telling
more
you.
believable than him.
Like, he was more of a threat in Spider-Man 3. I mean, you see him here, and he's Eric Foreman from that '70s show.
Yeah.
Oh,
and he's whiny. He's like a little kid. He can't fight, and it's so underwritten that Topher Grace just has to do his little shticks that he does, because there's just nothing else for him to do.
And it's not
on
like
top of
Richard
that-
Gere's trying to work with him either, because there's no sense of chemistry.
There's no
between
chemistry
the two.
between
when
them.
they're in the same scene, which is a lot of the movie, like they'll be in the same car together. Richard Gere's not even looking at him when he's talking to him. It's like, they could have filmed these. They could have filmed this with these two guys never on the same set. I swear to God.
It's like they talked at each other but not to each other. And Richard Gere, I think he's too old for this, because he was a very unconvincing action hero. It's just too obvious when they would cut the stuntmen. Yeah. And it just seemed like his heart wasn't in it.
They use Captain Kirk stuntman. Is that what?
But the only thing, it feels like a movie that's been shelved for 6 years. The only thing that doesn't is that I can't think of any reason for them to have unshelved it.
Right.
Like you watch this movie and you're like, okay, I understand why it seemed like a good idea to make it, but what's the point in releasing it?
Who released this, by the way?
Hyde Park Entertainment and Image, and distributed by Image.
That explains it.
From Abu Dhabi.
From Abu Dhabi.
Imagination Abu Dhabi did that film we really liked about the double crazy guy in
The Devil's Double?
The Devil's Double. Yeah,
Yeah,
wow.
I guess they just love double movies.
it's just the double is their thing. But I don't know. A lot of times movies like this, they get slid out because there's a hole. Like, there's not a lot right there, and people are like, okay, the studio's like, look, these two guys, they're still names. They're not popular right now, and the studio never really knows. They get their hands on, like, for instance, we were talking about Donnie Darko earlier in the Take Shelter review. Donnie Darko is a film that they shit out because they were like, nobody is going to give a fuck about this movie, and then they were like, what?
Well, this ain't no Donnie Darko.
This ain't no Donnie Darko.
Well, hey, maybe it's because Martin Sheen's in it. Eh?
Yeah.
Barely.
But it says starring Martin Sheen.
It does
right
everything but freeze the film and have a big arrow on the screen go, hey, kids, it's Martin Sheen, like Jane Bob's Strike Back.
I swear, if he has more than 4 minutes of screen time, I'd be shocked.
Oh, really?
And he's sleepwalking through all of it. The only thing I could think is that it's got Vampire Bill from True Blood. Maybe they thought,
Stephen Moyer.
yeah, maybe it was a point where they were like, well, this guy's kind of hot now. Let's put him out there.
I thought you were telling me there was an actual vampire in this movie. I was like, what?
It's funny. It actually has a lot of like relatively well-known people from like television and stuff, like Odette Annabelle. I guess it's Annabelle.
I just call her fucking hot.
What is she from?
Well, she's from House. Is probably her biggest show
okay.
that she's on.
She's
but
fucking hot,
right now, anyway. But she's been in she's been in a fuck ton of movies already. Cloverfield. She was one of the main characters.
Yeah, she was the girl they went to go
the
rescue.
Hot chicken. Okay.
Fucking hot.
Oh yeah, okay.
That should be her
that
name.
girl was
Fucking hot.
worth running across New York City with a giant monster.
Oh,
following you
yeah.
for.
Right. Stana Katic, who plays the other lead in Castle next to Nathan Fillion, is in it. She plays the hooker. Remember the hooker?
Yes.
Yeah, that he wants to, like, Richard Gere's all but strangling for information. You're like, wow, that's her, and she's on a hit show. It's another thing that makes it feel like this is an older movie, because it's like, wow, why would she take a part that shitty?
Exactly.
It's weird. There's so many people in here who are like that. There's Jeffrey Pierce from Terminator this era.
That's right. Yeah, I did recognize that guy.
Yeah. I mean, there's lots of familiar people. So you're like, okay, what went terribly wrong with this? And all I can think is maybe they got signed to it a couple years beforehand, and it was some weird ironclad contract that where they're like, when we're ready to film, someone will come for you.
Right. You'll be be activated.
Because there's no other excuse right now. They're like, I don't want to be in a movie with Topher Grace. Oh, God, no.
Richard Gere, he's still making movies.
What happened to the hot redhead from that 70s show? I remember picking her as the one who would make it.
I know, didn't you think that?
Yeah.
And she's like the only one we've never seen again.
Only one. Yeah,
I'll tell you why, because she never got naked. I mean, looking like that, you need to get naked. Like with
so?
Mila Kunis, she's cute. I mean, yeah, she just has that cuteness about her. She's gonna make it, and I knew it. I predicted it.
You did.
And look at her now. Beautiful.
No, I remember
Still
back,
haven't gotten
back
naked.
when Mila Kunis
but-
was 14, you were all over that.
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh, what? What are you saying? How come every time I'm hanging out with you guys, something pedophilia is fucking thrown in the review? Stop.
You tell us.
No.
But
She was 21 when she was doing that role.
That's all right, Coach. Just lie back on the couch and tell us about your mother.
No.
I won't quite give this movie some old bullshit.
Yeah,
although I can't
it's not
really
fair.
give you a reason why I won't. But
yeah.
I'll just stick with a low rental.
You know what?
What? Really?
I actually going to give it a regular rental because there were some scenes here that did work for me. There were some action sequences that I thought were pretty entertaining, and some of the stuff that didn't make any sense in the script, like as a story, you're like, wow, we're so what the fuck
Yeah.
that I was laughing out loud watching it. Like, going, okay, that was actually very entertaining for me to watch. I mean, like I said, the second twist is so absolutely preposterous. It's so unbelievable. It's so just. There's no fucking way that
I
could
know.
be it.
I know.
That I laughed for the last 10 minutes of the film.
And the thing was like with that twist, I was that way too. But then the way they wrapped the story was just like, wow, this is such a direct-to-video action movie from the 90s.
Well, it was like they didn't even want to have fun with it.
Yeah.
It was the type of crazy spy shit. Like if they had said, guys, let's just have a good time doing
Right.
this and
Yeah.
find a way to make the script where it was like more celebratory of how silly it was to some level. It wouldn't
they
have
could have
mattered.
done
Are you sure you
Yeah.
guys aren't seeing double right now? Because I swear to God, after the review I just heard, I was waiting for a big fuck you. Fuck you in this old ass movie.
But Fuck You is a movie where I'm like mad when I'm
Yeah,
watching
I
it.
wasn't
And I'm like
mad.
want to leave. And this, I didn't feel that way. I was like, you know what? It's not a good movie by any stretch of the imagination, but it never made me mad. And in fact, it did entertain me to a certain extent.
I'll say that much for it. Like, it didn't make me mad, so I couldn't give it a fuck you. And for everything that's wrong with it, I wasn't really bored. I was just so like, wow, you guys, you didn't even really try. But I was kind of like, all right, what's going to happen next? And just keep it going. I mean, it knew how to keep moving, but
Yeah, you're like, all right, movie, fine. I'm just going to get up and get another beer, and I'm sure something will have happened by the time I get
yeah.
back.
I'm like, man, you better keep it going, or the some old bullshit meter is starting the needle's going that way.
Better put this into fifth gear, Richard.
Damn.
Cyrus.
I can't help myself.
You need help.
I am the spy.
I just popped a gear. Just listen to that.